and welcome to another episode of the Kodos Mojo. And as always, I'm your host, Patrick Kodo. We have a lot to talk about today. We just got Ian on the show with us. Matt is sitting out this week. Ian, we just had ourselves a great week of football. It's an exciting time to be a football fan, Ian.
Yeah, it is, man. It's official. The season has kicked off.
Yep. Now, Ian, obviously, us Bears fans, there was a lot of excitement going into the year. The good news, we won week one,
We
thankfully.
won.
But if I'm Caleb Williams, I owe my defense and special teams a steak dinner and half his contract because, oh man,
Yeah, I don't know. I would go steak dinner far, but not half his contract. I mean, it's gonna happen with rookies.
I know, but you figured, I get it, he's a rookie, but you figured he would have, a few decent throws in the game. But yeah, those first game jitters just hit him good.
Yeah, I mean it'll happen, but first number one drafted quarterback to win a game since 2002, win their first game.
That just showed you that those other rookie quarterbacks either didn't have the team they're hoping for, nor a defense or special teams.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that's how the Bears got all their touchdowns. They got 16 of those on special teams and a pick six by Tyreek Stevenson. And let's be real, the minute that happened, the Titans were dead for.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man.
I mean, you saw Will Levis on his knees after he threw the pick.
Yeah, because he knew he fucked up.
He knew he fucked up, and then late in the game, he threw a pass to Jalen Johnson, which got picked off. Glad we extended Jalen Johnson because that man loves Chicago.
hmm Yeah, he's definitely a real leader for this team.
Absolutely, and I'm glad. I know Caleb Williams was obviously glad that the team helped him out on Sunday with the defensive special teams. He used this quote: "He's got to play better," which he will. He will.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these guys on offense are rookies or it's their first time on this team. So they're all starting to get to know each other. They'll get in the rhythm of it. Caleb needs to be more on target with these guys because he was overthrowing a lot and he was underthrowing a lot.
Yep.
And I'm not just going to put it just on Caleb. It's on these receivers too because some of them just could not catch the ball. I don't know what the deal was out there, but they gotta get a grip. No pun intended.
And hopefully his new go-to target, Rome Odunze, is okay.
Yeah, I think he should be fine. It didn't look like it was that bad.
Yeah, it came out mysteriously yesterday saying MRI. I'm like, what happened to Odunze?
Yeah.
And if you look at the play on Sunday where he hobbled off the field a little bit, they showed one of the plays. It was after DeAndre Swift's run where he leaped over the defender, and then Odunze was limping off the field. I'm like, oh boy, hope he was
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
And
I'm
it's
sure
not,
he'll be fine.
yeah, so far it's a knee sprain, so nothing too serious, but we may not see him for a couple weeks.
Yeah, we'll see when the injury report comes out.
Yep, but think and for the Bears this week, they go to Houston. That won't be an easy opponent, but I do see being some more better progress from Caleb Williams.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think we'll be fine playing against Houston. We got one of the best defenses in the league right now. I mean, last week proved it right there, and Caleb's just gonna get better and better.
Exactly, and looking at Houston, they only gave up their defense did not look the best last week, giving up 27 points. So this game, I'm not gonna. I don't think the Bears are gonna will win Sunday, but I think the game will be a lot closer than what people think.
Yeah, we shall see, man.
Because yeah, like you said, the defense and special teams, are good as usual. And Williams, we'll hope he gets better. Hopefully he can hit some of his targets more to Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, got to get Cole Kmet involved, fix the run game, and offensive line, please, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah, they gotta help Caleb out for sure.
Exactly. And but as for the Bears fans, we're 1-0. Typical Bears win, though. I mean, that's not the first time the Bears have won a game where they've scored non-offensive touchdowns.
Oh yeah, I mean it's gonna happen. It's just
Yep, we
one of them
just
things.
Yep. I mean, hey, but as long as we get the win, it's all good. I mean, the Bears had to score 4 field goals last year to beat Minnesota. 2017, the Bears had to score 2 defensive touchdowns to beat the Panthers, although the Panthers did not score any touchdowns in that game, so that helped out. And then, of course, we all remember the famous 2006 game against the Cardinals, down 14-0, two defensive touchdowns, and one punt return by the GOAT, Devin Hester.
Yep. The Bears are who we thought they were.
Well, I'm sure that's going through people's mind right now after this Titan game.
Oh yeah.
Bears are who we thought they were. 1-0 Bears. As we predicted, they were going to beat Tennessee. I don't see them beating Houston, but they'll play better. They'll play better on Sunday.
Yeah, I'm sure they will.
And taking a look at the rest of week one. Oh boy, did we have some games week one, starting with the Thursday night game, Kansas City and Baltimore. Just the kind of game we expected.
Yeah, real close and came down to the final second, and the Ravens lost by half an inch.
That's why it's called the game of inches. And Isaiah Likely, you got to know where that line is, buddy. I'm sorry.
Yep, almost saved the day for the Ravens, and they were going to go for two to win the game, but nope, that was game over right there.
A lot of people will likely agree and disagree with the decision. I will agree with the decision because we saw how the Chiefs, manage overtime and stuff. We saw how they did in the Super Bowl. So if the touchdown did stand, I honestly would have agreed for the Ravens to go for two and the win.
Yeah, I mean, why not? I mean, why give the Chiefs another chance on offense? You know that they have probably the best offense in the league right now.
Exactly. And the new rookie, Xavier Worthy, holy shit, that touchdown he had.
Yeah, that
Dude's
was pretty
bad.
crazy.
But the Chiefs are off to a 1-0 start, so that's really no surprise. The Eagles and Packers played on a Friday, and the Eagles won 34-29.
Gotta love it.
Oh, yes. Good game for the Eagles.
And Jordan Love is injured, so that helps us out.
Yeah, he's hurt for at most 6 weeks, so hopefully he's okay. Looking at the Eagles game, I mean, Saquon Barkley, yeah, he's happy to be out of New York.
Oh, absolutely, man. He is done with that city.
109 yards and 2 touchdowns. Yeah, yeah, he's happy to be an Eagle.
He's having fun.
And the Eagles are known well to run the ball, so Saquon being on the Eagles is perfect.
Oh yeah.
Jalen Hurts did his thing, 278 yards and 2 touchdowns. He even ran for 33 yards. So good start for Jalen Hurts. AJ Brown with 119 yards and a touchdown. Devontae Smith with 84 yards catching. We kind of expected it was going to be an offensive shootout.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. We got two strong offenses right there.
Even Jaden Reed for the Packers, 4 receptions for 138 yards and a touchdown.
Wow.
He even had a rushing touchdown from 33 yards out.
Cool. Hell yeah.
Yep. Bills win week one. Patriots win week one. The first game without Bill Belichick.
Yeah, that's pretty huge for them to do.
The Vikings win 28-6 over the Giants. The Giants were wearing those ugly red uniforms. I don't like those uniforms whatsoever.
No, they look like the Montreal Canadiens.
There was like a meme say there was a meme I found online that said, "When are the Canadians coming to town already?"
Yeah, right? What the hell?
Yep. And the Giants should be embarrassed right now because you had a backup quarterback in Sam Darnold torch you guys up. Darnold threw for 208 yards and 2 touchdowns. That just shows how bad the Giants are.
Yeah, they're pretty bad. We
Because
knew
Sam
that.
Darnold is not a good quarterback.
No.
Saints with an impressive 47-10 win over Carolina. Maybe the Saints
Pretty
do
big.
have something. Huh?
Yeah. I mean, it's Carolina. Anyone can beat Carolina.
Oh yeah, Bryce Young played like shit as always. It's safe to say he's not the answer in Carolina.
Nope.
Thank, thank you, Carolina, for that pick. Justin Fields makes his Steeler debut. Did not score any touchdowns. All those scores came from field goals. 18-10. The Dolphins beat the Jaguars 2017, where that day was an interesting day for Tyreek Hill. Gets pulled over by the cops, and the next thing you know, he still finds a touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, he pulled a Scotty Scheffler.
Yes, he did. And did you see his touchdown celebration?
Yeah, I did. That was pretty funny.
Yes, it was. Houston beats Indy by 2. The Luke Getsy effect was in full force for the Raiders on Sunday. Enjoy that pain, Raiders fans.
Yeah,
Seahawks beat the Broncos. Cowboys, after Dak Prescott signed a new deal that Sunday, literally not even 5 hours before game time, signed a new deal, beat the Browns 33-17. Tampa Bay and Baker Mayfield off to a good start.
yep. Baker is proving that it was just the shitty teams he was on.
Yep. Lions ruined Matt Stafford's homecoming once again in overtime.
Yeah, that's what you get for leaving.
Seeing David Montgomery, though, have succeed in Detroit, I'm honestly happy.
Yeah, he's having a good time over there.
Yep. And the San Francisco 49ers ruined the return of Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, he didn't have a good game out there either.
No, no, he is no, he did not. But of course, when you haven't played football in actually it's going to be a year from tomorrow where Rodgers got hurt. A year from tomorrow.
Yeah, it has been.
So yeah, but yeah, 167 yards and a touchdown. Yeah, that's not good. I mean, San Francisco definitely off to a good start as we expected. Hopefully, Christian McCaffrey's okay because he did not play last night.
I mean, that's just the story of this guy.
Unfortunately, imagine how good he would be if he just stayed healthy.
Mm-hmm.
He'd definitely pump up those rushing numbers if he wasn't hurt all the time.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man.
Like I remember in 2020, he only played, I think, not even 2.5 games in 2020.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yep. Well, anyway, Ian, it's good to have football back. An exciting week 1. Now we go to week 2. Whew. A lot of good games for week 2, Ian. But we can only pick 3 for our segments and stuff. Our good old lock, upset, and third winner.
All right, you
I'll
want me to
let you.
start?
Yeah,
All
I'll
right.
let you go first.
My lock is the Niners over the Vikings. I feel like that's a pretty easy one right there.
Yep.
Upset is going to be the Raiders over the Ravens.
Good choice. I like that.
And my third one is the Seahawks over the Patriots.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. It's a good pick, Ian. My lock this week. I'm going to take the commies to beat the Giants.
Nice.
I mean, with how bad the Giants played last week and how promising the Commanders look this year, I think it's realistic that the Commanders will win. My upset this week, and here's a good one: the Saints to beat the Cowboys.
Yeah, that's a good one right there. Good
Yep,
divisional matchup.
yep. And my third winner, give me the Dolphins over the Bills.
Good, good. I like it.
I mean, for Miami, if they want to succeed this year, they got to beat those winning teams.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man.
Yep. Now let's go from the NFL to college football. Holy shit! Talk about upset weekend.
Yeah, there's a lot of upsets this weekend, man.
I mean, the biggest one that took place this weekend, Ian, Northern Illinois goes into South Bend and beats Notre Dame. Oh, were we happy campers that day?
Yeah, that was pretty huge right there, man. That was first time in their history that they ever beat a top 10 school.
I don't know what Northern Illinois' game plan was defensively, but it worked.
Yeah, it worked out pretty damn well.
Because usually when Notre Dame plays these early cupcake games, as I call them, in the early season, they're always whopping these teams. That was not the case this time.
No, it was not.
And Northern's first touchdown of the game was a Ethan Hampton touchdown pass to Ontario Brown for 83 yards.
Yeah, that was pretty sick.
And the turning point of the game was a Northern Illinois interception when they were down 14-13 and stormed down to kick the game-winning field goal, two blocked kicks on the special teams. So defense, special teams did their part. They got the win and are ranked.
Yeah, pretty cool to see NIU ranked for once.
Yep. Nebraska got a statement win over Colorado, taking Shador to school.
Absolutely.
Syracuse with an upset win over Georgia Tech. Illinois beating 19th ranked Kansas.
That was huge.
Yep. Oregon survived a scare against Boise State, a game that Boise State should have won.
Yeah, they really should have. They
Yep,
blew that one.
they did. And this one wasn't a ranked matchup, but Idaho with the big win over Wyoming.
Yeah, huge win.
And then of course Texas going into Ann Arbor and beating Michigan. Can't say I'm surprised.
No, your first year without your Harbaugh, you're gonna have some struggles.
And the whole team in general, because this Michigan team is pretty much new.
Yeah, that's what happens.
And they dropped big time in the rankings. They dropped to 17. Notre Dame dropped to 18. No surprise.
Yeah, they should have they shouldn't even be ranked after that loss.
Oh yeah, no, Notre Dame shouldn't be ranked. Michigan, well, you lost to a ranked team, so that's okay. But yeah, Notre Dame, you should be with Florida State and be out of the rankings.
Hmm.
Nebraska is ranked for the first time since 2019, so some new and familiar faces lined up in the rankings.
Yeah, man.
And now we got some big games coming up this weekend. Arizona versus Kansas State. Alabama versus Wisconsin. Alabama will likely win that one.
You think they
24,
will?
yep, 24 ranked Boston College in Missouri. So Boston College is also ranked.
Yeah,
2
good to
0.
see for them.
Yep. 2-0 Oregon versus 2-0 Oregon State. A hopeful upset at West Lafayette as Purdue takes on Notre Dame.
Yeah, I mean, after their performance last week, this should be an easy win for the Boilermakers.
You hope so.
Yeah.
You hope so. And a lot of good games this weekend.
Oh yeah.
Now let's go. Now, yeah, let's go from the gridiron to the racetrack. We just came off of an exciting weekend in Atlanta Motor Speedway. The Xfinity race Saturday, Austin Hill picks up his fourth win in Atlanta. And Sunday, holy shit, what an ending.
Yeah, crazy ending for Atlanta Motor Speedway on Sunday. Joey Logano got the win. He was able to best everyone there at the end, and we got a few guys that wrecked out. Kyle Larson, he was first in the playoff standings, and now he is sitting, I believe, seventh or eighth. So that's huge implications right there. Chase Briscoe had an accident as well, which is what he did not need whatsoever.
No, no,
Uh,
not clever.
yeah, but crazy weekend to kick off the playoffs. I already hate Atlanta in the playoffs. That I mean, fun race, but that sucked. I'm
It
not a
does not
fan of
need,
super speedways in the playoffs, especially the first race.
well, especially now that there's two in there.
Yeah, we only need one because it's such a wild card of a race. Anyone can win it. So, I mean, I know they did this just because of the Olympics and all that shit, and Atlanta's not going to be back in the playoffs next year. So, thank God they're doing a one and done.
Yeah, no, you're talking about Chase Briscoe. He's 21 points behind the line. So
Yeah,
he's got some
de-
work to do.
definitely not what he needed. But he's a guy, he'll be able to have a good Watkins Glen. He's pretty decent at the road courses. So, hopefully, he'll pick up some points, stay out of trouble.
Right.
And hopefully get through these last two races to advance in the round of 12.
You were talking about Larson. He's currently 10th right now in the standings.
Yeah, so that's a huge dip from first to 10th. But once
Yeah.
again, like I said, we're going to a road course, and we know that he is one of the best road course drivers in the circuit. So he's not going to have any trouble. He's going to get through this first round with ease. I mean, he's a Final Four driver. We all know that he's going to be in that
Oh, yeah.
Final Four, and if
Oh,
he's
yeah.
not, it's going to be because of something going wrong, engine issues, crashes.
Yeah.
We've seen it happen in these playoffs before. We've seen it happen when Kevin Harvick, he was the best driver in 2020 and just had bad luck in the round of 8. So, yeah, I'm saying Kyle Larson, best driver in the series right now. He'll
Yeah,
definitely be in the
100%.
final four, but don't hold your breath because anything could happen.
Well, speaking of Watkins Glen, that is a track that I am disappointed that's not in the playoffs for next season.
Yeah, again, they're just doing it because of the Olympics, and I'm just disappointed because we're gonna get the Roval back next year, and I would much rather just see the Glen, a real road course instead of the Charlotte Roval. It's kind of ridiculous.
Exactly. Like Charlotte Motor Speedway's put on some great racing in the oval version.
Yeah, and the gimmick of the Roval has just kind of died off. It was fun for the first few years, but now I'm just getting sick of it. Let's go back to the good old fashioned oval racing at Charlotte.
And the next gen car has not disappointed at all these tracks lately. So let's get the oval back and have a good playoff race at Charlotte.
Yeah, we know the mile and a halfs are the best, puts on the best racing ever. So
100%.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of the Glen, that's where we're going this weekend. It's also the Xfinity regular season. Oh wait, I'm sorry. The
No,
second
that's
to last.
Bristol.
Yep, this Watkins Glen is the second to last race for Xfinity. Round two of the Cup playoffs. It's gonna
Gonna
be
be
a wild.
nuts.
Gonna be a wild finish for the Xfinity. Ian, who do you see winning for Xfinity for Watkins Glen this weekend? I think I have an idea who your pick's going to be.
Oh man, well you need me look at the driver line if we got any cup drivers in here real quick.
Yeah, for sure.
Um yeah, Joey Logano's in the 15, William Byron's in the 17, Ty Gibbs in the 19, Almirola in the 20, Chastain's in the 92.
Oh boy.
You know what? I don't think any of these cup guys are gonna win. Man, you know what? I was gonna say AJ Allmendinger, but fuck him. He's been terrible all season long. I'm going with a guy that's actually good on these road courses and who's the goat of road courses, Shane Van Gisbergen.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. That's who we're gonna pick. Shane Van Gisbergen. Man, the guy's been great. All of his wins came on road courses this year. We saw him win at Chicago. He won at Portland and Sonoma.
Yeah, so he's had a pretty damn good year.
Yep. And then yeah, well just hopefully he could, get, maybe he can get a win on a non-road course. But the way he's been racing lately, don't be surprised to see him in the Xfinity Final Four. I mean, it's early. Yes, it's early, but there's two road courses coming up that he could race fantastic at. Watkins Glen. I know the playoffs don't start for a couple weeks, but Shane Van Gisbergen, don't sleep on him in the playoffs.
Yeah, just got to get a little bit better with these ovals. I mean, he's been improving, but I can definitely see him making a deep run. Maybe not the final four, but we'll see.
He's been consistent lately on these ovals.
Oh yeah.
Next one, let's go to the Cup. I'll let you go. I'll let you go first.
Well, I'm looking at the driver entry list. I'm taking that number 16 car of Shane Van Gisbergen. He's going for that weekend sweep.
I love that pick, Ian. I thought we were going to see him, sweep Chicago, but nope. He wrecked on Sunday, which caused him a sweep. I would love to see a Van Gisbergen sweep.
Definitely.
Well, for my pick, Ian, obviously this team has owned Watkins Glen lately, and I'm going to take William Byron to win Watkins Glen for a second straight season.
Not bad. It's a good pick.
Yep.
Another driver, look out for Juan Pablo Montoya,
Yeah.
making his first Cup start in over 10 years. He used to win here at Watkins Glen and Sonoma, and we saw how SVG did in his first start in these next gen cars. So we'll see how Juan Pablo did. Look out for this number 50.
Better hide those jet dryers.
Yeah, right.
All right, Ian. Well, that'll do it for our racing talk. Now, let's wrap up the show with our favorite segments, our big three and our fantastic and bonehead plays of the week. This week's big three is our big three favorite sports movie quotes. Ian, I will let you go first.
Well, I think the number one all-time movie quote would be "There's no crying in baseball."
Of course, of course.
This isn't heaven. This is Iowa.
I like that.
And then, of course, cannot forget the good old-fashioned shake and bake.
Shake and bake. I knew that line was going to slip on the show from one of us.
You got to shake it before you bake.
Yes, sir. Those are some good picks. My first pick for my big three famous quotes from sports movies. This is to honor the great James Earl Jones, who unfortunately passed away. People will come, Ray. People will come.
Oh, yeah.
My next one, Show Me the Money from Jerry Maguire. And this is a good one. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Dodge a ball. Absolutely, man. Dodgeball is one of the best sports movies of all time. I will fight anyone.
I agree with you with that, Ian. It's fun. I mean, there's so many great sports quotes. We can only pick three.
Yep, and pick some good ones.
Yes, we did. Now, let's go on to our fantastic and bonehead play of the week. Ian, what did you see lately?
Well, my fantastic play was that Bears blocked kick for a touchdown. Special teams was on it. Simone Biles' boy got it. So
yes, he did.
Cool to see that. And my bonehead play of the week is just Tyreek Hill getting arrested on his way to the Dolphins game, mouthing off to the cops and just being a dick to them. I mean, what do you expect, man? A lot of people are saying, like, oh, this was disgusting. Like, oh, are we really portraying Tyreek Hill as a saint here? This dude beat his wife, and he beat his own child.
This is true.
Fuck him. Karma got his ass, and I'm glad it did. I don't give a fuck about Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, I mean, athletes are humans too, and he looking at the surveillance video, he did roll up his window, which is probably not the wisest idea to do when you're pulled over, but
especially when the cops are trying to talk to him. At that point, man, just yes, sir. Yes, sir. You didn't know, because you're just going to escalate the situation.
Those are some good plays, Ian. Let's go on to my fantastic and bonehead plays of the week. My first one. I mean, you can't go wrong with David Montgomery scoring the game-winning touchdown for the Lions against the Rams.
Oh, that's huge.
My bonehead play of the week. I mean, let's be real. The New York Giants just playing like absolute dog shit.
Oh, they're playing like how they usually do. Ever since they got rid of Eli.
Yeah. I guess we could give an honorable mention to the Tennessee Titans, who choked away a 17-0 lead.
Yeah, without the opposing team scoring an offensive touchdown. So that's pretty bad for the Tennessee Titans right there. But it also just shows how good the Bears defense and special teams are.
Oh, yeah.
Defense, you got to make them probably the top 3 defense in the league right now with just how they looked on Sunday.
I 100% agree with you on that, Ian. And for Tennessee, I mean, they're not alone. I mean, Arizona, you're not
Welcome to the
alone now
club.
with Tennessee allowing a team to come back without scoring an offensive touchdown.
Yep, only 3 teams have done it in the history of the NFL, and the Chicago Bears have done it twice.
Hey, winning ugly, I guess.
Winning ugly, but also winning with some goddamn heart too, because those didn't come easy, and it just showed how much just spirit this team has. We don't give up.
Exactly. And that's why I'm predicting 10 wins for the Bears this year.
Yeah, I think so.
And that wraps up the show. Ian, another good episode of the Kodos Mojo.
Absolutely, brother. It was a good time talking some sports with you once again. Glad we're getting this thing rolling again.
Yes, sir. I'm glad we're finally getting you back on the show and stuff. The last couple shows, well, obviously you had Wi-Fi issues a couple weeks ago because I guess the guys just hated us talking about the Cowboys.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, shit's been crazy, but I'm glad we got a full episode in, bud.
Yep, and happy anniversary to you and your wife. Today is your 2-year wedding anniversary.
Thank you very much, buddy. Yeah, I don't know what we're going to be doing today, but we'll figure it out.
There you go. Well, thank you, everyone, for tuning into the Kodos Mojo. We will see you next time.